So just finished question 1 there of the mixed exercise 3, chapter 3, page 54, stats mechanics, year 1. So let's now look at the next question, question 2. Question 2. Fell runners from Esk and Eert club were keen to see which club had the fastest runners. Overall, they decided all the members from both clubs would take part in a fell run. The time each runner took to complete the run was recorded. The results are summarized in the box plots below. Okay, write down the time by which 50% of the Esk club runners has completed the run. So for 50%, if you're looking at a box plot, which obviously has something like that. Okay, in fairness, this one is a bit more with the line down there, and then it's got a little stubby one and a crosshair there. Okay, for Esk. Okay, and then the Eert team is more like it's got its first line there, and then it's somewhere about here that it comes up. Somewhere down there, and then it comes way out to about there with theirs, and they're like that. Okay, and they have their various scales running along the bottom. Okay, so this one starts at 30, and for 50%, bearing in mind this is 25%, 50, 75, okay, and then 100, okay, and then you've got your outliers. Where the 50% mark is coming off that median line, the Q2 line of the Esk running club, and looking at that, it's coming down at 45. So for part A, okay, write down the time by which they ran. It's going to be 45 minutes. Okay. Part B. Part B is write down the time by which 75% of the IRT club runners has completed the run. So as mentioned before, it's going to be 25% on the first part of the box, 50 on the medium part, and 75 point here. So looking down here, it's going to be what lines up with that part of their box plot, and looking closely on the graph in the book, you can see that comes out at 60, so 60 minutes. So after 60 minutes, 75% of their runners have crossed the line. Okay. Now then, explain what is meant by the cross at the end of the egg team. Okay, so the cross shows an outlier of the running club's members. Okay, what is meant by it? An outlier is a result 1.5 times bigger than the interquartile range. Basically, if you take the range between the 25 and the 75%, take it away, multiply it by 1.5, and then add it onto the middle there. It's so basically you're allowed that box plot length. So you take that length there, and you are allowed that length from the median, okay, but you're allowed that length plus half of that length again, and any result, so where's the halfway point, about there, say, yeah, okay, so any result that comes out further than about here is considered an outlier. Now, of course, with the IRT club, their outliers would have been allowed, well, what distance between there and there, which would come out to about here and then half again. They would have been able to run all the way up to about 80 minutes or something, or 90 minutes without any bother. Okay, but it's basically 1.5 times bigger than the interquartile range on the median. Okay, so an outlier is a result 1.5 times bigger than the interquartile range added to the median. Added to Q2. Okay, median. Okay. D. Compare and contrast these two box plots. On a median average, the ESC club is quicker with a median of 45 minutes against ERT club's median of, what was their median, 52. Okay, so we can always compare the median with the box plots. The next thing you can compare is the range, the interquartile range of both clubs. Okay, so ESC has an interquartile range of, what was it, 55 take away 40, which is 15 minutes. ERT has a interquartile range of, this is the Q3, take away the Q1 mark, okay, so it's going to be 60 take away 44. What's that bring me up to? 16. All right, 60 take away 44, yeah, 16, okay, 15 take away 44, okay. So ESC has an interquartile range of this, ERT has an interquartile range of 16, and so simply ESC has a smaller range, and thus less spread out. Okay, but more importantly, they've got the lower median there, which means overall they are a quicker club. Okay. Compare and contrast these two. What conclusions can you draw from this information about which club is faster? Okay, so we can simply say that ESC is faster. Okay, so ESC is faster by average and less spread out. I mean, you could almost say something like by the time 75% of ESC has crossed the line, you're somewhere between only 50 and 75% of ERC passing the line. ESC is faster by average and less spread out, but they have the slowest member of both clubs. Clubs at 80 minutes. Okay, but one person doesn't change it. It might skew their average in terms of a mean, but not the median. Okay, right then. F, give one advantage and one disadvantage of comparing distributions using box plots. Box plot advantages are that they show range. How on earth am I spelling range there? Box plot advantages are they show range and median and 25 percentile and 75 percentile values. They show the skew of the data. Okay. Disadvantage. The info is summarized. The information is summarized. Can be confusing. To some people. The whole box line doesn't really make a lot of sense to some people. They prefer to see bar graphs or something like that. Okay. Yeah, you need to know what they are, so that's going to be confusing. Other disadvantages, not many. I think that would do. Just think of another. No mean or mode data. Okay, that's it for question 2.